What's going on, everybody? D-Style Boxing here. Great performance by David Benavidez. He stops David Lemieux in the third round for about 2.5 minutes. David Lemieux, I thought was doing pretty well, actually. I thought Lemieux would be able to continue that for at least 3 to 4 rounds before the inevitable happened. I did feel David would catch him eventually, but it happened a little earlier than I thought. Benavidez was utilizing the jab very well. He was controlling the range, and he was able to find that hook, hurt David Lemieux. 9 out of 10 refs would have stopped the fight right there, but David Lemieux somehow, managed to survive. He comes out, still game in the second, but not all there. He gets knocked down, but again, he gets back up, still game. He took a beating worth 10 rounds in that one round, but he stayed game in the fight. Came out in the third, was still game, but he was just, I just think David was too fast with his hand speed. He was too good, too big, too strong for David Lemieux. And I think that was the story of the fight. I've seen a lot of people say things, David Lemieux was shot or whatever it is. However you want to soften the blow. The fact is, he destroyed this guy better than Triple G did, better than Billy Joe Saunders did. And he's a solid win for those guys. I don't see why he can't be a solid win for this 25-year-old. Now, he's a current two-time world champion at 168. And he's going to remain in his weight class. He made the weight comfortably. He looked good right now in this fight, in my opinion. So here's what I want for David Benavidez. I obviously do want the Canelo fight at some point, but Canelo has a deal with his own. He needs to complete that deal. I don't see PBC loaning David Benavidez to go to fight Canelo at the zone. So that's not going to happen, right? So hopefully next year that fight could happen. Till then, hey, I hear you, right? Oh, what has he done? He needs to do more. Well, whatever the case is, let's line him up. Let's do it. Here's what I want to see. I want to see David Benavidez fight Caleb Plant. The beef is real. The rivalry is real. Why not? Let's go ahead and get it done. And let me tell you something. These two guys have talked a lot of smack, a lot of bad blood. You have Caleb Plant talking about he's a crackhead, has no respect for him, says he would be easy work. David Benavidez has gone out of his way, okay, to basically say he would put this dude in the hospital. This is the fight. I felt this fight should have happened even before Canelo was really campaigning 168. They were both world champions at the time, right? But now it's bad blood. It sells itself. And I think we could all agree, right? Caleb Plant's the guy that Canelo beat to become undisputed, right? He's one of the titleists. If David Benavidez could beat Caleb Plant, I think even the diehard, hardcore Canelo fans would agree, okay, at that point, now we've set up this fight. And it's just a classic way to match him up. If he beats him better than Canelo did, that's another way to match him up. Okay, now granted, some people are not going to count out Caleb Plant. So some people think that Caleb Plant would have boxed Benavidez, right? So that's why we need to see it. Let's do it. Another option is obviously Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo just saw his younger brother become undisputed. He's hungry. At least I believe he is. I want to believe he is to do something great. If he moves up and fights who Mike Tyson called a Mexican monster, right? If he moves up and fights this guy and let's say he wins, Jermall Charlo puts himself in position. First of all, that would be a great win in itself, but he would put himself in position to perhaps fight Canelo for the undisputed crown at 168. And if Benavidez beats Charlo, he puts himself in position too. So all these are PBC fights. Why not? That's what I would do. One last option. This one's kind of maybe unlikely, but if Canelo moves on to fight Bivol instead of Triple G, why not do Triple G against David Benavidez at 168 pounds? That's another fight that could be made, but we will see. This is D-Style Boxing. Keep it boxing. I'm out.